What up, everybody? Esteban here from Regrowth Agency, and today I have with me my good friend and partner, Julio Mata. Julio, what's up, my brother?
How's it going, man? How's it going? Excited to be here.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. So, I just want to say, man, thank you again for hopping on. And today we're going to go over a topic that is dear, dear to my heart because for years I was a web developer and a website designer, and I built websites for people, right? But as times evolve and things change, I realized that I needed to learn how to create funnels. So today we're going to answer the question: what's the difference between a website and a funnel? Julio, so in your opinion, what's the difference?
Yeah, that's a good question. So immediately, what came to mind is the difference between like a formal establishment of a restaurant and the drive-through, right? And the reason I say it is a website is like it's like the brick and mortar restaurant. People are going to go in, they're going to sit down, they're going to relax, they're going to look around, they're going to have a nice experience when they're in the restaurant. They're going to have a waiter that comes out to them and takes their order. It's going to be this
Right.
nice place where they go and they sit and they can explore the restaurant, they can look around, and they can get a feel
Right.
for what the business is like based off of what the restaurant is like on the inside, right? Think of the difference between like a Cracker Barrel and a McDonald's, right? It's an entirely different feel, just based off of how it is to sit inside that restaurant. Whereas a sales funnel, is more like a drive-through. You just get people exactly what they want very quickly, and there's only one option in the drive-through. You either go through that little path and you get to the window and you take your food, or you don't, and that's it. There's only two options. There's no sitting. There's no going in and taking a look around and kind of deciding what it is you want. No, you look at the menu, see what you want, you order, and
Right.
you're out.
There's no
And
exploring, right?
exactly, exactly. So a drive-through is very effective at one thing, and that is getting people to buy your food and leave the establishment in time for the next person.
Right. So
And go ahead.
so it's just basically the only purpose of the drive-through is to order food, pay for it, and leave.
Yep, yep, yep. And a lot of people when they are thinking about whether they want a website or a funnel, um, they kind of think that that drive-through version, the funnel, is going to be not as good of an experience for the customer, or it's not going to be as lucrative, or it's not as it doesn't have that customer service feel, that really nice service feel that people want. But that's actually not the case. So the thing about a drive-through is that it solves people's problem immediately. There's no fluff. There's not a whole lot of wishy-washiness. There's not a whole lot of options. You go in, you decide what you want on the menu, and that's it. And it gets you out immediately. You've solved your problem. You solved your hunger, and that's it. And the funnel is the exact same way. We get people into the funnel. Hey, you have this problem. Check out this potential solution. They go in. They hop on the funnel, and on that funnel, they have one option, and that is either put in your email address to download this ebook, or put in some sort of information so that we can contact you about another opportunity, or take a look at this. Usually it's a initially a low ticket item at the beginning. So hey, check out this low ticket item. See if the rest of our products are for you. And that's the only option they have. So they either opt in, they either get that quick little ebook, they either schedule that consultation, whatever it might be, or they don't. And that's it. And that's how we solve their problem. So it's actually funny that customers and clients, when they go through a funnel, they're actually more satisfied. They actually feel like they had their needs met more directly
Right.
than with a website.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Now we're not knocking websites completely, right? Because I think there's still a place for people to have a website. If you have a brand and you do a lot of marketing and you don't necessarily, it's just to give people an awareness of who you are and what you're about, right? So I guess that's what a website nowadays is for. But and I guess you could have funnels built inside of a website, and you know, so it's kind of like booby traps, right? It's like this is my website, this is what I'm about. Click here, if you like this, and then guide them into a funnel, right? So let's say you
Exactly.
have three services or four services that you offer people. If they click there, you send them into a funnel, right? So you could still use a website in conjunction with a funnel, and I think that's the best thing. Like if you've spent, and a lot of people are proud of their websites. They've invested a lot of money into it. They're very happy with how the website represents their company and their mission and their life and their purpose, whatever it is that they're doing on that website.
Sure.
So we're not saying to people, you know what, you don't need a website anymore, but you definitely need a funnel if you're going to increase sales or even begin to generate sales online. Uh, I believe that's like the only way, because a website is like having, I mean, a funnel is like having a sales team. That's the difference between a website and a funnel. A funnel is your sales team. It's basically saying, hey, here, the funnel is going to guide people by the hand from their need into your solution, and it's gonna present offers to them as they go through the entrance all the way to the exit of the
Yeah.
drive-through, right? Using
Absolutely.
the drive-through analogy, right? So like
Yeah.
when you go to a drive-through, you already know you're hungry. So it's the same thing when people are going to your funnel. If they land on your funnel, they're hungry. Now you're basically saying, here's my menu. Choose how you want us to satisfy your hunger. Right? Exactly what it is. It's a funnel. A drive-through is a funnel. It's basically your hunger need. So the same thing. You ran an ad on a marketing campaign, right? You run an ad, and when you run an ad, you're tapping into people's desires, right? It's either health, a health need, a relationship need, or what's the other, or a wealth need, right? Those are like the three
Mhm.
primary desires or needs that people have when they click on an ad. They're responding to either a need in relationship, a need in their health, or a need in their wealth. And so when you run an ad, you're basically saying to people, do you have a need that I could potentially meet? Right? And if they respond, they click on the ad and they enter your funnel. Now you present to them, here's how I can meet your needs.
Sure.
Uh, Now, if you guide them to a website, you're gonna basically take them to a mall. You're not
Sure.
taking them to the drive-through anymore. Now you're taking them to the mall, the food court,
Sure.
right?
So
You're
what's
giving
it?
them way too many options. Have you ever been to the food court, Julio, and you're like hungry, but then when you get to the food court, you're like, I'm so overwhelmed. I want something, but I don't know which one to pick.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
So, and that's something I absolutely wanted to mention is that the website is great and there are uses for it. We could talk about that in a second. But the website has a knack for getting people confused and getting people to not take an action. So you get onto a website, you see, five or 10 buttons up at the corner, and you see all these numbers and all these call here and do this and all this stuff and all this information. And all of a sudden you're sitting there like, oh, okay, great. You clean floors. Okay, awesome. If you really need that problem solved, then you'll pull out your phone and you'll call that number. A lot of times what happens is that people will get on that website, they'll see all these options, they'll see all these colors and all this and calls to action, and they're like, maybe there's a better option. Maybe let me just click out of here. Let me see if I find a better solution. You
Right.
know, and let,
Right.
let me maybe there's somebody closer to me, or maybe there's a better price. And because there's all this option, it's hard for people to make a decision, to have a decisive action, and that's exactly what the funnel's for. The funnel, like we said, it starts with a landing page, only has one purpose, and they either do it or they don't. Now, Esteban, maybe we can talk about when are good opportunities to use a website instead of a funnel.
Yeah. So, what, right. What would be a good opportunity, right, to use a website? I think a website,
Hmm.
it's time to build a website. Once you start building your business online and you're already generating a lot of revenue, if you're
Oh, good.
generating a lot of revenue online, it's probably time to build your brand now. Now you're gonna
Yeah,
build your business. And you need an identity for the business, so you need a place that people can can learn more about the business. Because
Yeah.
in a funnel, you don't necessarily create an about us page. You
Mm,
can, but it's not necessarily. A funnel is more like you're hungry. Okay, we got these three choices of food. Which one do you want? Or we got these two choices of food. Which one do you want? And then there's times where it's like, you got this one choice. Do you want it? That's it. That's those are the three things that a funnel does. So I think you should, a lot of us do it backwards. We build the business, but we don't build the revenue online
mm,
for some reason.
mm.
We're working on systems of operations, and we're like, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do it this way, and we're gonna do it that way, and you're building your systems of operation, and you haven't even built a working funnel that's generating revenue online.
Right.
So
Right.
you're just building this business, right? But you're broke and you're in debt because you're borrowing money because you're working on this plan that's going to work instead of working on a revenue stream. And I think that's the other thing difference between a website and a funnel is that a funnel's intention is to sell. That's
Yep.
like the number one goal of the funnel. You get people, and before it sells, the funnel has to provide value, right?
Yep.
So it has to give value to people. So I think when you've already given massive value, then I think it's time to build your website.
Yeah.
Because then
Yeah.
people already know who you are. They know, like, and trust you. You're making money already through your funnels. Go ahead and build a website now, and
Yeah.
you have money to build it, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of
Yeah.
people borrow money to build a website. They finish the website, and it's a really nice website, but there's no sales process built into
Right.
the website.
I was going to compare a website to like a museum. It's kind of
Okay.
there to showcase. You kind of just want to show people what you're about. And a website is really good for that, right? So imagine, let's just take this flooring company as an example. Uh, when you don't want to give people a direct offer, you just kind of want to, hey, this is what we can do. This is kind of what we have. This is what we are. This is how we do it. You can then, spend $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 on a website that showcases your brand and is nice and pretty and elegant and shows all the different services you have and all the stuff.
Right.
But then when
Right.
you want that direct, hey, I need a customer and I need to solve this customer's problem, that's what a funnel's for.
Right. Yeah. So I think we answered the question, and I don't want us to beat a dead horse here with the answers, but I think just to recap and keep it short, right? Just to recap and keep it simple. I think a website uh, explains who you are, and it explains your brand, and it takes people to all the different facets of who you are, and it doesn't necessarily sell them. It's just something that describes
Mm-hmm.
features, benefits, what we do, who we are. I mean, and there's times that I go to people's websites and I just feel overwhelmed because
Yes.
it's almost like going again. It's like going to the food court where you're already past that point of hunger, and now you got to make a decision on all these options. You want to eat everything. You
Yeah.
want everything, but you don't know which way to go. So
Yep.
the funnel makes it simple, and the funnel is a sales process. It starts the relationship in order to fix a problem through a sales process, even if it starts with free, right? Give me your information and send you a free PDF about how to fix your problem. The next page on the funnel, we can get into strategies later. What are some great funnel strategies to have a working funnel that generates revenue from the beginning? Obviously, you got to test out funnels. Funnels don't sell. If you're lucky enough to build a funnel and it sells on the first try, wow, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But they do require testing, and remember, it's a sales process. So I don't know. You got any other takeaways on funnels and websites?
I think we covered all the points. I think that was kind of everything. Just to quickly recap, a funnel it has one purpose. It's a landing page that is for one thing, and a website is more of a showcase, more of a, hey guys, this is a portfolio, or a
Right,
brochure. Kind of what we're at. This is what we do. Check out if you're a physical location, you have a map on there. You have an about us. You might have pictures of the team.
right,
Where the funnel is just, hey, you have dirty floors for your commercial business? We can solve that for you. Let's get you a great price.
right, 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 right. Act now. This is a one-time offer. Type of thing. It does use pressure. It uses a lot of human psychology. That's the other thing. A funnel uses the process of human psychology. If you understand sales, and that's the thing. When you study sales and you study selling, you realize that the whole purpose of the funnel, what the purpose is doing, is being a really good salesman. That's what the funnel is doing, or salesperson, right? Because it could be
Mhm.
saleswoman. So it's just being a really good salesperson. It's saying, hey, I see that you have a need, and I have a special offer for you if you act now,
Yep.
or I want to give you a gift to help you solve your need, and you give them your best stuff, and then on the next page, you pro you know you produce an offer, right? You do a one-time offer or something that will engage them to buy something. That's the whole purpose of the funnel. It's to lead people to buy something. Eventually, it has to end in an exchange of value and dollars. That's it, man. I think
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. That
Well,
was great.
thank you so much for hopping on the call, brother. I love to do these calls with Julio. Julio is has an agency as well, and we both have our own agencies, and sometimes we team up and we work together, and we manage accounts together. Uh, Julio, where can people find you if they need someone to help them build their funnels, or even with their website, or
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Absolutely. That's at juliomata.com/home.
Nice.
That's where that's my funnel. It's not a website. It is a funnel. You
Okay,
can see what a funnel looks like on there.
he's gonna
And
tell you something, guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly right. But the offer is free, and there's only one button on the entire site. I mean, there's three buttons, but all buttons do the exact same thing. And so that it's a good example of a funnel
Nice.
and a landing page. There's only one thing you can do, and that is go into my calendar to book an appointment. So yeah, thank you for allowing me to plug my website there.
Of
My
course, brother. Of course. And anybody trying to, trying to get in contact with me, well, you're probably at one of my pages because this is being broadcasted through Regrowth Agency, right? So on Facebook, you go to Regrowth Agency and you'll find my Facebook there. You can send me a message that way. As of now, I don't even have a website or a funnel. Uh, and that's the thing. That's the cool thing about technology and how things are growing, because you can still leverage social media without having a funnel and without having a website, and you can still produce customers. But I am working on my funnels right now for anyone watching. And if you need help building your funnels, you can contact me or Julio, because we've built out funnels already for quite a few people. And we're kind of like the shoe repair guy that repairs people's shoes, right? But they don't fix their own shoe. And when you look at their shoes, they're like, hey, he's wearing a really worn shoe, but he's really good at fixing shoes. That so we're working on leading by example as well. So just so everybody knows, so Julio already built out a funnel sample you can see, and hopefully on my next video, I'll be able to give my shout out with my funnel, so you guys can go check out the way that I'm going to use my skills now to promote my own products and services. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this answered the question of the difference between a website and a funnel. And remember, life is about results, and in order to get results, you need experience. And in order to get experience, you need to act. So remember to act every single day. Don't let nothing stop you. Thank you for checking this out, and see you on the next one.